Alright everyone, welcome to Deep Dives with Dogs. Well, today's topic is kind of about, it's just about the Ferris wheel. Ferris wheels are really interesting to me, and so, yeah, I like to, I want to talk about them. That's what this channel's for me to just talk about the things I find interesting, really. That's what these videos are really for, these deep dives. But, now on to the topic. Well, Ferris wheels, I'm sure most of you know what they are, but for those that maybe don't, the Ferris wheels are a uh, mechanical device that is a wheel that sits on um, these two triangular uh, structures that have a basically a metal rod through the two of them, and in the middle of them is the Ferris wheel that spins on that. Now it's a little bit more complicated than that. It has evolved maybe. It's a little bit more complicated so that the Ferris wheel is more held in there, but that's the basic gist of it if you want to look at it. But by that description, most people know what I'm talking about, I would assume. But Ferris wheels, kind of, they haven't been around forever. That would be ridiculous, but they first get made in 1893. That's when they get welcomed to the world, specifically at the Chicago Ex World Expedition Fair, I believe is what it was. Um, it's designed by George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., um, where the Ferris wheel gets its name. Who would have thought? Uh, but Ferris makes a device, this mechanical device. It's about 264 feet tall, or so 80.5 meters tall. It could carry up to about 2,000 people, I believe, and it's just a fun time. People really enjoyed the Ferris wheel. The fair is open from June to November, and it was a very popular ride. Obviously, this is one of those early fair rides, really. You have a lot of fair rides that don't quite exist just yet, but Ferris wheel does, and it's one of those very enjoyable experiences because you can get really high up and you get to survey the land, um, see everything that is down below you, and then you can come down very quickly. It's also a very romantic getaways thing. I know they always show it in, not necessarily in movies anymore, but it used to be very big, obviously, in movies and things like that, because it was things that people did. You can go on the Ferris wheel, you can go to the very top, no one can really see you. So it's very romantic. But people used to do that as well, and Ferris wheels have then since um, held their spot in fair tradition, at least in the United States. There are Ferris wheels in other places of the world um, as well. For instance, the UK, I believe it has the world's tallest Ferris wheel. I could be incorrect on that. It used to be, but if it is now, I am not 100% sure. But yeah, it was very nice. Then you have the the one the Ferris wheels that show up in the U.S. quite often. If you've ever been to a U.S. fair, there's lots of rides that get set up very quickly, and very questionably. But hey, they work until they don't. But they work, and you get Ferris wheels, roller coasters, things like that at these fairs. And there are places you can visit where the Ferris wheels and things like that are set up all year round. A very well-known place is Cedar Point, which I don't actually think Cedar Point has a Ferris wheel, but they do have roller coasters and things like that. It's an example of a place like that. But someone have to correct me if they've been to Cedar Point. It's been a while since I've been there, so. But yeah, Ferris wheels, very, very interesting. And it's one of those always relaxing little rides. It's not necessarily the speediest. It's not necessarily always the tallest, but it is a nice little adventure whenever you go. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys like the video, leave a like. If you have any ways I can improve these videos, leave a comment down below. I always appreciate your feedback. Uh, and as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.